So I've experienced a lot of times where I didn't want to necessarily talk about certain topics, and I mean, the reason why is just because I didn't want to get judged or blamed upon. Nothing wrong with that, right? Come on. But first and most importantly, you need to value yourself. That was something that never really have done. I kind of shy away from talking in conversations sometimes just to understand what people are necessarily talking about because like for me, I don't always like to talk to people just because I just feel like they wouldn't value me. Maybe that's just some self-reflection I didn't work on, but one thing that I've always understood was most people, they value you because of an external factor. I feel like people should value you for who you are internally as well. So, I'm going to give you some advice on how to really understand yourself and how to really understand others. So, to fully understand yourself is what are your core values? My core values is that I base myself on authenticity and trust, and I'm a blind optimistic person. I don't know how successful I'm going to be, but I know that for sure I'm going to keep believing, I'm going to keep hoping that one thing will open up another thing. And basically, that's just being a blind optimist. Just pursuing and persisting on things and just keep doing it. I understand others is that I make them ask questions about themselves, if you know what I mean. Make them reveal themselves slowly to you. Not because you're asking questions, explicitly, but, you know, nonverbal cues. So if you were to go work out and they're like, hey, I want to go join you, that's like a nonverbal cue that, hey, they like to, be active and all that. For me, I understand that very, very deeply. And I'm trying to understand the psychology in people. So understanding the psychology of men and women. With men, they tend to be very straightforward. With women, they try to be implicit, try to, beat around the bush, not necessarily telling you directly, but they will give you hints. And with women, um, I don't necessarily understand them fully, but they do like to take their time. And when things are rushed, it's not going well for you, my boy. But that's understanding people. And I think that it's a good skill to understand not just yourself, but for other people. Because you have to understand that in this life, you can't be friends with everyone. Being friends with everyone is kind of like a given. Like, who are you to be, basically? Because if you're friends with everyone, then hey, you're very respectable, but I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's pretty impossible to be friends with everyone because there's always going to be some resentment and some dissonance with some relationships that you may have going on through life. The one relationship that I feel like majority of people need to, probably fix is the relationship within themselves. I think that really stems from the fact that, our upbringing, we don't necessarily get the necessities and the right care and the right environment that we truly do want. For me, I've always wanted an understanding, parental figure. And I never really got that, but I am always appreciative of the fact that, hey, I'm still here, I'm still living, I'm still appreciated. I have God, I have friends, I have school, I have business to, work on, I have time to attend to whenever I'm lost. Like, I'm still taking care of myself respectfully and just overall just knowing what I want. I'm going to keep doing that. And understanding that and just keep moving on and just keep working on myself, I think that shows resilience and just how loving I am towards myself. Because if I didn't love myself, I would just let myself loose. And that's not necessarily good for not just yourself, but just other people will take notice. I don't know if you guys seen these past videos, but in these past videos, I've been kind of lacking. Like, my business has been not doing very well, so I had to transition. But my face has gotten more matured and tired. I can definitely see that in the mirror. Every single time I look in the mirror, I'm like, damn, bro, you look cooked. Like, you look tired, bro. And I'm going to keep pushing, though. Like I said, I'm a blind optimist. Basically, like I mentioned, I keep doing things with the sole purpose of I keep believing. And I'm going to keep being like that. Even though it may not come to the success rate of maybe making money, I still made a lot of great relationships happen. And that's something that I'm okay with because I made things happen that most people wouldn't make happen, though. And that's the risk. The risk is you acknowledging that and you acknowledging your place on this earth. Because I genuinely think that everyone on this earth, whether it comes from you being a labor worker, to you being a CEO, to you being the president, to you becoming a teacher, to you becoming a firefighter, it does not matter. You have a role to play on this earth, not because of like, the civilization we live in, but it's more so that you have a purpose, and that purpose is strong within yourself. And when you get to understand yourself and others, you basically know how to run this world.